Guess what I found today? God, I hope that focuses. You see that? Oh, now you can see it. Look at that. Oh, come on. Amazing. And bro, this thing is so good. I have been looking for like 3 weeks for this thing. And I was out with my homie. We were grabbing groceries this morning, and he saw 2 of them. And I was like, we're buying it. We're buying it. We have to buy it. And so we did. And I got to finally try it, and it's delicious. Ugh. You want to know what's really stupid? When you have to re-record an entire video because autofocus didn't lock on. That's what's stupid. So here we are, 5 hours later, re-recording the entire video that I am uploading. If you're a returning viewer, welcome back to the channel. And if you're seeing this video or one of my videos for the first time, my name is McKenna. I am a photographer / videographer, and I own a digital media company called Studio SB Creatives. And today, we're going to be talking about the single most important thing that you can have regarding cameras. As we know, there is a plethora of different pieces of equipment that serve a bunch of different purposes, but you might be asking yourself, what is the most important one? Is it a gimbal? Is it a cage? Is it a flash? Is it lights? Is it reflectors or anything in that realm? No, 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 and no. Now, you might be ahead of me and you might be thinking, oh, of course, I know what it is. It's the camera body. Guess what? You would also be wrong. It is not the camera body either. That is what I thought the most important part of a camera was for the longest time. And I think a lot of new photographers and even intermediate level photographers might think that that is the case because, you know, you're seeing new things come out all the time, something bigger, better, badder than something that came out a year ago. And there's all these new innovations and there's, you know, all these new specs and this thing and that thing and whatever the hell. While a camera body is important and it can upgrade your photography leagues above, you know, what a beginner or even an intermediate level camera can do, it is not the most important. The most important thing that you can keep in your kit is a lens. Hear me out. You might be thinking, why would a lens in any way, shape, or form be better than the newest camera body on the market? That's because of versatility. When it comes to camera bodies, they are going to age. The new technology will become old technology, even though at one point it was the newest and the most impressive thing. That's not to say that a good pro-level camera body won't be a good camera in the future. That's not at all what I'm saying. I mean, if you get something at the top of the line, it's going to remain very good and hold up over time. It's just that while that body is stuck in whatever year that it was made in, as we move into the future, innovations are going to be made and, you know, new developments in technology will come about and the capabilities will be different and they will broaden and you will be able to do more with less or for less. However, when it comes to lenses, you'll never outgrow a lens. And it took me a long time to realize that that was the most important piece because for the longest time, I had a really good camera body. I had, you know, a pretty good kit lens for what it was. But the minute that I took a step and I decided that I was going to dish out a little bit of money for better quality glass, I was not at all prepared for the jump in quality that I got. And to be honest, I wish I would have figured that out earlier because I'm not even kidding. Literally like a week or two after I got my new lens and I'm like going, holy, this is incredible. This is amazing. This is the most... Why did nobody tell me about this? I literally saw an Instagram reel like 2 weeks later that was like, you need to upgrade your, here's why you should upgrade your lens instead of your camera body. And I'm like, where was this information 2 weeks ago, a year ago? 2 years ago when I started, where was the information? It didn't exist. I didn't see it. And I'm trying to prevent you from making the same mistakes that I made. So let's kind of get into why camera lenses are the most important thing for your camera. Like I said at the beginning of this video, versatility. When it comes to good quality lenses, that quality will carry on over to camera bodies as long as they're within the same mount or within like the same family, and you can get some sort of adapter for them. Like for the longest time, I was using like really good crop sensor lenses, EF mount lenses on my Canon R series. I have the R6. I was just using an adapter, and those lenses were working fantastic for me. I mean, they were good quality. They were getting me everything I needed to do, like getting me everything I needed. But when I jumped up to the base level kit lens, I could see some considerable improvements. I was getting full frame now. It was higher quality glass. It was newer. The tech was better. It was just all around more well constructed and more developed as glass goes. But when I really took the jump from the kit lens to the expensive pro level R mount lenses, and this goes for, all camera companies as well, Nikon, Sony, Fuji, whatever. It's all the same. There's going to be your base level stuff and then your pro level stuff. And when you make that jump to your pro level stuff, it's night and day. It's black and white. It is a complete world of difference. And like I said, what's really nice about a good lens is that you can take it with you into the future and it won't be held back by the restrictions of technology as a camera body would. I keep on my camera that I'm shooting with right now, I keep the 24-70 2.8. And that is a fantastic lens. That is one of, the most versatile lenses that you can get. As more developments are made, better quality lenses will come out. They might drop down in value, whatever. It doesn't matter. It's these types of lenses will maintain their value long after the newest thing has come out 5-10 years down the road. When it comes to lenses, though, you kind of have to figure out which category you put yourself in. People will tell you, "Oh, get a prime lens or get a zoom lens." Like most photographers fall into one of those two categories. And to make the argument clear, when you go with prime lenses, you almost always get a slightly better quality of glass. Hands down, like you get a wider aperture, you get clearer pictures, you get a little bit more. However, what you lose is the variability. You get the ability to adapt to scenarios on a second's notice. That's personally why I like the zoom lenses. Most photographers, almost every single photographer you meet will tell you that if you really want to keep it to the bare minimum, you get two lenses. You get a 24-70 and you get a 70-200. Those are the only two lenses you will ever need in your entire kit. Will they do everything? No. But will they get you through most scenarios? Absolutely. There might be times when you need something more macro, something wider, something with a longer focal length. And if you encounter one of those scenarios, you're only as good as your gear is going to get you. However, that logic also applies to prime lenses. I personally like to be able to zoom in and zoom out and have a little bit more control over how my picture looks. It gives me a little bit more variety of the same photo versus like having to move forward and move back and do all these things with prime lenses. And some people operate that way. I'm just not one of those people. I get it. I totally understand. I try not to argue with the prime lens photographers because they always bring up the topic of quality, and they're almost always right. The quality in prime lenses is almost always better. But really, it comes down to preference. And no matter what your preference is, the same argument will always be made. Upgrade your lens before you upgrade anything else. Having a good lens is the single most important thing that you can have. And that's pretty much gonna close out this video. There's nothing more I can say. But anyway, if you want to talk about lenses or you have questions or want to have an open discussion about what might be best for you, go ahead and leave me a comment. We'll talk about it. If you found any other value from this video, leave me a like, leave me a comment, subscribe, do the whole 9. And yeah, that's pretty much going to wrap it up for this video. So I hope that you enjoyed watching this as much as I enjoyed making it, and I will see you on the next one.